This video is a compilation of videos we've recently shot in Nice. Just wanted to share them with you. They never made it into a bigger video, but we're sharing them with you now that we've done here in Nice at the end of 2024.
I watch you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking? And I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on, I put my feet up, and we just sing along. And I can't help but feeling, just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving. I don't have to party to have fun.
So we're in Old Nice tonight, and we are headed to a bar and restaurant called Wayne's. Now, I have to be honest, we passed this a million times, we've never gone in there. And one of our co-YouTube creator friends told us about it. So we thought tonight we would go check out Wayne's. See what happens in Wayne's. So come along with us.
See all that stuff. Here I am in Wayne's bar, and Ann has told me to like put this in my mouth. So now that I've got it in my mouth, as we go around the table here, we'll see at the other table next to us, all the people are having a good time watching the game.
So we're starting with beer this evening. I have a Fada Blanc, and Jeff is having a Heineken. Both are draft, and they told us the Heineken anyway, stronger than it is in the US, so be careful. But we're old retired people, so it doesn't really matter. It's not like we're going to be stumbling home after a dozen of these. we jumped the gun on the food again. We were hungry. So I had ordered the classic burger and fries. Jeff ordered apple pie. That's what we see over there. I convinced him to take half of my burger and share the fries, and he's going to share his apple pie with me. The burger was good. It filled the wall. Often you order a hamburger in restaurants and the burger is a lot smaller than the bun. Not here. It was good.
My heart is weak.
Jeff, did you like your evening at Wayne's?
I would have to say it reminded me of Irish Kevin's in Key West,
Florida.
although it was a little smaller. That's the thing. Irish Kevin's is a little more spread out. But a lot of people there and a younger crowd having a great time on a Saturday night. And there were many people there playing cards. So I guess if you're coming here for the night to drink beer, bring a deck of cards and sit and play and listen to the music and have a nice Saturday night out. See there, look at that. Our breakfast out at the restaurant where when you stand in line, everybody walks in past you and the guy says, oh, but they had a reservation. Yeah, but like we've been standing in the rain for maybe 15 minutes. Yeah, but they had a reservation. Thanks for letting us know about that reservation thing. We'll remember next time.
Didn't realize it was coming with all the whipped cream. Whipped cream's not exactly my thing. But Jeff is liking it, aren't you, Jeff?
Delicious.
Much better. So we're walking around at the market at Corsalea in Old Town this morning. It's a Saturday morning. Before, you may have seen in a previous video.
Here's a €2 Christmas tree.
It's not a €2 Christmas. Well, that's creepy looking. It looks like an eel, but it's creepy looking, or it could be a snake. Bonjour.
It's kind of type of snake, maybe.
Not a big crowd right now, but it is afternoon. course, we're at the flower market portion of the market now. Beautiful flowers. And now we have these mini flocked trees. Trees definitely have a different shape here in France, or at least in Nice.
That is great for closets.
Yes.
Or if you don't get closets, they
More little trees. Lots of poinsettia.
why you are making old time Ritz. You went on Thursdays there in Ritz in Naples. On Thursdays.
So this is the season when the lemons become ripe. More olives. Look at all of these. Some unusual flowers. And we've made it to the promenade on this lovely Saturday. It's December and you see people on the beach. Don't see anybody swimming this morning.
Moi, je t'aurais pas appelé pareil.
Look at that water. It's beautiful. Just sparkling in the sunshine. Oh, see the kids with the bubbles? Don't you wish you were a kid again looking at this? I used to love having bubbles.
Airport.
Fresh off the plane, and they can't check in until 3 o'clock.
Now, this is what you do if you can't check in until 3 o'clock. Come from the airport to the beach.
So when we first, the original city, Nice was split
Jeff and I have had the pleasure of meeting the artist that goes by Sab. She designed a piece of jewelry that matches her blue chair. Some of you may have seen me wearing the blue necklace, or it's actually not a blue necklace, the blue chair necklace. It's mine. It happens to be in, I think, white gold with diamonds. But one of her frequent places to have lunch is at the restaurant below our building. She's very good friends with the owner of that restaurant. So it's a beautiful day today, and we are at Le Galet Beach Club with our friend Adnan, who's visiting us. Looking out over the Mediterranean, perfect day for lunch by the sea.
Stemir Linguini.
Ah, look at that.
Look at that.
You know how to eat those scampis? Shrimps?
Yes.
And
You
then
know how to
mine
eat
is
that?
grilled octopus. And then this is
take
what
a tail.
Adnan is having.
You take a tail and you open, you eat, tail. But for head, you squeeze from the tip of the head and you squeeze it. That's the best part. That's the best part.
The best part is that the shrimp we're talking about?
Yeah, that's right.
That's when I worked in Louisiana, they used to talk about sucking the head out of the
Crawfish.
crawfish. Yeah.
You put head like this
Yeah.
and you squeeze it slowly and you just the best taste.
So a lot of people come to France, and suddenly they're all unpacked and they're trying to figure out how to do some very basic things. One of them is going to the post office. I know when I first got here, it was like, a post office? Well, first I have to find one. Well, there are actually post offices or places to mail things all over France. Here in Nice, you can go to what's called a tabac, and a tabac is a shop that sells tobacco, and they sell timbre, which is stamps, and they sell all kinds of other things. Or you can go there and you can mail things. They have all kinds of services at a tabac. If you watched one of my previous videos, you may have seen me go to the tabac when we mailed off, I believe we mailed off our applications for CPAM. Today we're going over to the post office because I finally am at the last step of getting my France driver's license. Fortunately, we moved from a state that has a reciprocal agreement with France to exchange driver's license. Let me tell you, it sounds very easy. Oh, you just go and you exchange your driver's license and they give you a French one. Now, I applied for this in June. Here we are. It's towards the end of December. It's not quite Christmas yet. I am finally at the last stage of getting my France driver's license. I did the applications for both Jeff and I at the very same time. He got his. They kept rejecting mine for various pieces of information. I finally gave them everything they needed by the end of... Sorry, I'm just suddenly distracted by this store. Anyway, I gave them everything they needed by the end of October, and then my file literally just sat. And that's one of the frustrations here in France. Things do not always move fast. So Jeff has had his driver's license since October. I thought that mine was just going to fall through the cracks, but lo and behold, I received an email yesterday telling me they now are ready for me to do the last step and forward my original driver's license. Now let me just explain this. Back many videos ago, I did a video telling you step by step how to exchange your driver's license from a state that has reciprocity with France. And one of the things that we had suggested that you do before you leave the U.S. is request a duplicate copy of your U.S. driver's license, so that when you have to send France as the last step your U.S. driver's license, well, you sort of secretly still have another copy. And so that's what Jeff and I both did. So I sent my application in to transfer my license, to exchange my Florida license for my France license. It took so long for them to process the paperwork, with them telling me, okay, now we need this, now we need that. First it was they needed a copy of my marriage license, and it had to be translated, so I needed to get the translator to do the French version or the translated version. I needed to send that in, so I did that. Then I thought everything was complete. Then they complained they didn't like the photograph on my application because there was like one hair that went down over my eyebrow towards my eye. And so they said, well, that photo is not sufficient. So I had to go back to the photomatron machine in Monoprix and get another photo. No problem. Upload the photo. That was the last step. And then it sat. Then they send me another email and they tell me, well, now you've waited so long, or I didn't wait, it was them who waited, but it took so long to process this, that driving history that you submitted when you made application the first time, it had to be within 3 months. Well, now it's out of that 3-month period. So now we need a new one. Now, back up a step. That first driving history, I got that right before we moved to France, before I requested that second driver's license. See where I'm going with this? So now, here we are, fast forward to the present. They said, okay, we need a refreshed copy of your driving history from Florida. So I have to go online and pay another $35, $40 to get another copy of the driving history. I submit it. Next, they come back to me and they go, oh, well, on your new history, it says you requested another copy of your driver's license. Now we want to see a copy of that. Please upload a photo of your new driver's license that you received at the end of December, which was shortly before we moved. So now they know. Now they know I have 2 driver's licenses. The gig is up, sort of. So here we are, we're at the very last stage. I am finally going to mail away my driver's license, except they say to me, in order for us to send you your new France driver's license, please send both copies of your Florida driver's license. And in exchange for both copies of your Florida driver's license, we will send you your France driver's license. Et voila. So, here I am at the post office. And I am about to go inside and mail my driver's licenses to France so that at long last, maybe within a couple of weeks, I will finally have my France driver's license. So typically a post office looks like this. It's a big building, big old building, and it looks like this. And it looks kind of like a post office that you go to in the United States, except everybody speaks French. So let's go inside. By the way, in case Colissimo tries to deliver packages to you and you're not around, if you walk in this particular post office anyway, they have these boxes, and this would be where you come and you pick up your packages that they said are here. You go up to the pickup window, this little computer here, and it's to pick up. You scan your code that identifies the mail or the little message you received that you have a package waiting for you, and then it'll tell you what to do. So here's the machine I'm going to use. Here's my envelope addressed to the place where I'm sending my driver's license. And the very first thing you do when you walk into the post office is you look for the button that says English. See? English. Now, I can speak French, but it's much easier to do it in English. Okay, so press that button. And this is going into metropolitan France, so I press that button. And does your envelope have a stamp? No. Okay, I'm going to be sending a registered letter. Now there are different classifications here. Standard. In this case, if there's an incident, the post office will compensate you 16 euros. In this one, this is a little bit more important. They'll compensate you 153. And this one is very high priority. Something happens here, 458 euros. I'm going to go with this one. Okay. I confirm. Okay. Fill in the details of my registered letter. I'm going to do it right here on this terminal. Okay, I'm going to enter my email address. Now I have logged in because I happen to have an account because I've done this before. So now I'm going to enter the address of the place where I'm sending my driver's license. To like it, but I'm going to confirm this is the address. This matches the address. It's asking for okay, so this is the exact address. So in the end, I needed to fill out a form because the machine would not accept that address. So I needed to ask for this form, and this form will be attached on the front of my envelope. Postage comes out of here, and I put it on the envelope. And while I'm here at the post office, I wanted to show you this. Over here by the tree, there's a box. This is the box where everybody sends their letters to Santa. And here in France, it is required that if Santa gets a letter whoever sent the letter will get a response from Père Noël, Father Christmas. So it's very cute. No matter who sends the letter, there is actually, I guess, a department of people who respond to these letters. How cute is that? Well, it's a rainy Thursday here in Nice. We had planned to do a little walking and showing you some more things, but it's raining. So we're going to head to the bakery, pick up some stuff to go home, and then go home and have a little petit déjeuner, which is breakfast, and begin our day. Now we're headed to one of my favorite places to go for breads for breakfast, for baguette, croissant. The quality of the baguette I think happens to be better than Paul's. Once you get inside, they do a nice traditional baguette, which is wider than a typical one. So we're just looking outside the window. Look at those sandwiches that they make. And it's an artisan bakery. And it's all done in the Niçoise style. So I don't know if they'll let me photograph in here, but we'll see. And these are all the breads and things. These are all the other things that they have. Everything's very delicious here. So this morning I ordered 2 croissants du pain and a traditional baguette. They have the pan baguette. That dark bread is a healthier bread. It's made with charcoal. I know a lot of you have asked what our neighborhood looks like. This is our neighborhood. But there are businesses, there are banks, and this is not our street. But it's not far from our apartment. And it's about 10:30 in the morning. As I said, it's a rainy day here, a rainy Thursday. So we'll just take a walk around, look at some things unless the rain gets really bad, and then I'm going to close up shop and you'll just get to see the part of the neighborhood I've got so far. So lots of places to eat. And we are in Nice Centre. So if you're thinking about moving to Nice, we're not on one of the main boulevards. We're just on a back boulevard back here. It's a very nice area, very safe. These are my companions for this morning. Now we just passed Back there we passed one of the tram lines. That was the Durandi tram stop, in case you know Nice and you're trying to figure out where exactly we are. And we are maybe a 5-minute walk from Boulevard Jean Médecin, where the other tram line runs, the one that runs above ground primarily. And so this is sort of the center of Nice Centre. And yes, of course, we do have our share of people. They call them gypsies. And you'll find them downtown. They don't bother anybody. They just sit quietly. I wish they weren't there, but on a rainy Thursday, about to have a little petit déjeuner, just waiting for our coffee to brew. I've started using a French press to do our coffee, and it makes it very easy. So we're just waiting 4 minutes for the coffee to brew, and then we'll plunge it and enjoy. And these, of course, are little apple pockets. I think I'm probably going to warm them in the microwave. And that is our traditional baguette. Inside that apple pocket, there's actually half of an apple. I cut mine in half. So that's half of an apple. There's the other half on my plate. It's very good. The only thing that I miss here in France is they don't use cinnamon in a lot of these things. I love apples with cinnamon. But c'est la vie. So thanks so much for watching. But as you're watching this, Jeff and I and Bella are literally in the car driving back from Paris. We've been in Paris since a little bit before Christmas, and we'll be back next week with another video. Not sure what it'll be about because we haven't shot it yet. But we will see you then. Wishing you all a very, very happy Sunday. And if we don't see you before, Happy New Year! Happy 2025!
Well, here we are at the end of 2024, looking forward to a 2025 in France. Happy New Year, everybody!
And here's a hand, my trusty friend, and here's a hand of thine. We'll talk a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne. For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne. We'll talk a cup